Yes, students. Now we will learn section 17, which talks about the apportion of credit and blocked credit. So let us divide this section into two parts. First, we will learn the first four subsections, that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we will focus on subsection 5 because subsection 5 is little lengthy. Apportionment of credit and block credit under section 17. Below is the list of few situations as mentioned in section 17 of Central GST Act 2017, where input tax credit will not be available. Guys, we already saw lot of conditions given under section 16. Only if recipient satisfy all this condition, he can claim the credit. Now in section 17, they are telling, irrespective of the condition satisfied under section 16, if you are covered here, no credit. Sorry, no credit. Sir, which are those? One by one we will see. Subsection 1, where the goods or services or both are used by a registered person. Okay, recipient is registered, but is using partly for the purpose of the business and partly for other purposes. Other purposes here means what, guys? Personal. The amount of credit shall be restricted to so much of the input tax as is attributable to the purposes of his business. Simple, they're telling only if the inward supply, that is in the form of input service or capital goods, is used for business, credit is allowed. Sir, what if it is not used for business? No credit. But what, sir, if the same input is partly used for business, partly for personal purpose? That means, can we claim full credit? No. For example, guys, please pay attention. On inward supply, assume the input tax paid. On the inward supply, input tax paid is 10,000. And this inward supply is used only 60% for business purpose, 40% is used for personal purpose. So that means how much credit is allowed? Only 6,000. Remaining 4,000 watts are blocked or not available. In simple, remaining 4,000 is not available. So that means, guys, just listen here. If there is any inward supply which is used only for personal purpose, no credit at all. If there is any inward supply used only for business purpose, full credit. Sir, now the problem is one input or inward supply is used partly for business, partly for personal. So can we claim full credit? No, sir. Whatever is attributable for business purpose can only be claimed. So in my example, I have taken an inward supply on which I have paid 10,000 GST, but only 60% was used for business purpose. Remaining 40% is used for personal purpose. Guys, determining especially when the same inward supply is used for both the purpose, it is highly difficult to calculate how much is used for business purpose, how much is for personal purpose. But you need not worry from academics point of view. If at all, if there is any question, they will only give in the question how much percentage is used for business. So how much credit can we claim? Sir, as in my example, only 60% of the inward supply is used for business purpose, only that much credit can be claimed, guys. That means whatever is attributable for personal purpose, no credit as sir, no. 4,000 credit is not available. Same way, subsection 2. Okay, pay attention, guys. Listen. I have taken an inward supply. Using that, I am giving an outward supply. Sir, on my inward supply, I have paid tax. Okay. But on my outward supply, it is exempt. That means I need not pay tax. Can I claim the credit of my input tax? No, sorry, credit is not available. Next, sir, I have taken an inward supply on which I have paid a GST. I am using this to produce taxable outward supply. So on my taxable outward supply, I am liable to pay GST. What do we call it as? Output tax. Against that, can I adjust my input tax? Yes, I can adjust. Remaining, I have to pay through cash ledger. Okay, we understood both this situation? Yes. Can I claim credit or not on my inward supply? Depends on whether my outward supply is taxable or exempt. So we understood two different scenarios. Third scenario is, sir, I have taken an inward supply on which I have paid, assume 50,000 GST. This inward supply I am using to produce two goods. One goods is exempt from GST, another goods is taxable under GST. What should we do, sir? Can I claim full 50,000 credit? No, sorry. How much can I claim? 50,000 credit to the extent it is used to produce taxable goods. What about exempt, sir? No credit. How to calculate that is given in section 2 and 3. What is it? We will read. Please pay attention because guys, this is we call it as common input. Common input means, sir, common inward supply is used for both exempt outward supply as well as taxable outward supply. In that case, what do we do? If it is exclusive, for example, listen. Okay, now assume, sir, I have purchased a raw material which I am using in the manufacture of a product which is exempt under GST. Which is exempt under GST. That means my output is exempt, sir. Can I claim the credit? Sorry, no credit. First situation. Next situation. Sir, I am purchasing a goods or raw material which I am using in the manufacture of my output, which is taxable. My output is taxable. Can I claim credit? Yes. These two are two different scenarios where I am using raw material to produce only one product, which is either exempt or which is taxable. Third scenario is, guys, I am given an example here. Observe. I have paid 50,000 GST on my purchases. Purchase of what? Raw material. And raw material I will use to produce two outputs. Finished goods 1, finished goods 2. What are my outputs name? FG1, FG2. Not PUBG. FG1, FG2. Turnover from FG1, which is taxable. So my outward supply, one is taxable, one is exempt people. FG1 is taxable. What is the turnover from that? 2 lakh. Can I call it as taxable turnover? Yes. From FG2, how much I am earning? 1 lakh. So what is the exempt turnover? 1 lakh. So can I call my total turnover is 3 lakh? Yes. How much credit can I claim? Is it full 50,000? No, sir. Because this 50,000 is paid on the input which is used to manufacture both FG1 as well as FG2. So I can claim only credit to the extent of which is attributable for my taxable outward supply. So that means I need to calculate it. 50,000 is for total turnover of how much people? 3 lakh into my taxable turnover 2 lakh. So how much credit can I claim? Only 33,333. Or else if I calculate in another way, how much credit I cannot claim is like this. 50,000 divided by 3 lakh into 1 lakh. Into 1 lakh. That much I cannot claim. Hope you guys are getting it. Clear? This is only when common input is used to manufacture both the products. One is exempt, one is taxable. Sir, what if it is like this? For example, please listen. This is a common input used to produce FG1, FG2. Both are taxable, sir. Both are taxable. No need to calculate anything. Go and claim full 50,000 credits. Sir, should I do all this math and all? No. Why, sir? Because both my outward supply is taxable. Is there any restriction for me? No. But I should ensure that all 16 section 16 conditions are satisfied. If all those are satisfied, here I can claim full 50,000 credit. Let me take another scenario. Sir, what if FG1, FG2 both are exempt? Both are exempt. In that case, no credit. No credit. Did you understand? Yes. That is nothing but whatever I told you. Clear? Sir, if a outward supply is fully exempt, no credit at all. Sir, outward supply is taxable, full credit. But what we saw here is partial. Sir, one input or inward supply is used to produce two products or more than two, in which few is taxable, few is exempt. That means we need to do proportionate calculation, guys. Did you understand? Actually speaking, only theory of this is covered for your syllabus. Numerical calculation, whatever I have actually given here, is only for your better understanding. Sir, can we expect any numerical question like this? No. Because all this calculation actually is given in a rule. That rule is not a part of your syllabus. Clear? What is given in section is, they are just told this is what is credit available or not available. But the calculation part is actually given in rule. Rule is not a part of your syllabus, guys. But if I don't give an example and explain, then you will not be able to understand what I am trying to tell. Clear? So that is why I just put one example here. Okay. Let me read subsection 2. Where the goods or services or both are used by registered person partly for affecting taxable supplies, including zero rated supply. Will taxable supply include zero rated suppliers also? Yes. Why, sir? Because if my outward supply is zero rated supply, I can claim the credit. That is also called as what? Taxable supplies, guys. Okay. Under this act or IGST act and partly for affecting exempt supplies under the said act. So simple, guys. Sir, one input or input service or capital goods is used for both taxable supplies as well as exempt supplies. What do I do, sir? The amount of credit shall be restricted to so much of input tax as is attributable to the said taxable supplies, including zero rated supplies. So even if my outward supply is zero rated, is credit available, sir? Yes. For example, here I have given, assume FG2 was an exported goods. FG2 is an exported goods. What do we call it as? Zero rated supply. On this, can we claim credit? Yes. Taxable supplies includes zero rated supply. Even though the output tax would be zero, still it is called as what, guys? Zero rated supplies. Example, a registered person manufacturing a product X chargeable to 18% GST. Okay. Product X is taxable. Product Y chargeable to nil rate of tax. Exempt, huh? Exempt supply includes nil rated supply. So product Y is exempt. And product Z, which is exported without payment of tax under the bond. Okay, that means Z is a zero rated supply. Z is a zero rated supply. X is a taxable supply, Z is a taxable supply, whereas Y exempt supply. All the three products are manufactured from the common input and input services. So raw materials used is same. ITC on the input and input services attributable to the product Y being an exempt supply will not be available. Sir, how should I calculate? Same way. However, I showed here, no. First calculate total turnover, which includes product X, product Y, product Z. Whatever is the turnover of product Y, for that credit is not available. Clear? So for example, assume for each of the product, the turnover is 5 lakh. So what is the total turnover? 15 lakh. So take input tax divided by 15 lakh into how much is available? 10 lakh. 10 lakh tax. Is that clear? So for the remaining 5 lakh, which is the turnover of product Y, is credit available? No pay. Credit is not available. Okay. So in simple, guys, if I have to tell it in simple, what is the ITC available? Is equal to input tax divided by total turnover into taxable turnover. If I ask you to calculate what ITC is not available, then the multiplier will change. Instead of taxable turnover, what will come? Exempt turnover will come. Exempt turnover will come, guys. I repeat, what is the ITC available? This is only with respect to common input or common input service. What should I take? Total input tax paid on this common input or input service divided by total turnover, which includes taxable plus exempt turnover, into taxable turnover. Into taxable turnover. Please be careful. This is ITC available. By chance, assume they ask you how much ITC is not available, then formula will slightly change. What is it, sir? Input tax paid on the common input or input service divided by total turnover into exempt turnover, guys. Okay, sir. Now, subsection 3, guys, please be careful. Subsection 3 is only for subsection 2 purpose, not for the entire act. Subsection 3, I am repeating again, subsection 3 is for what purpose? Only subsection 2 purpose. Is it applicable for the entire act? No. But before I enter subsection 3, let us just try to recall what is the definition of aggregate turnover, guys. Where is the definition of aggregate turnover given? Section 2, clause 6. Clause 6. What is it, sir? Aggregate turnover includes all the taxable outward supply plus exempt supplies plus exports plus interstate supplies of a person having same PAN calculated on all India basis, but excluding GST and cess. Correct? This is aggregate turnover definition. Sir, no. We learned something that exempt turnover should not include financial service. It should not include the threshold limit applicable for registration. No. I didn't teach it under aggregate turnover definition. Where did I teach this? In explanation to section 10. That was restricted only for section 10. Explanation 1 and 2 was only for section 10 to check eligibility turnover and the turnover to pay tax in the current year. Clear? Yes. So that means, can I tell aggregate turnover includes exempt turnover? Yes, sir. Now what they are trying to do is, for subsection 2 purpose, they are trying to inflate exempt turnover, guys. Why, sir? Guys, simple. Assume if they try to increase this, automatically the credit available will become less. Credit available will become less. Correct? Huh? Assume the instead of exempt turnover 1 lakh, if it becomes 2 lakh, will you get more credit or you will not get more credit? You will not get more credit. Why? Because denominator will increase, whereas the multiplier will be 2 lakh only. Clear? So through subsection 3, government is playing a game to increase your exempt supply. How is it, sir? Let us see. Subsection 3. The value of exempt supply under section 2. That means this is only for subsection 2 purpose. Shall be such as may be prescribed. Okay. That means exempt supply means exempt supply, which we already seen. Which and all it will include? Which and all it will include? Nil rated, wholly exempt plus non-taxable supply. Okay. And shall include supplies on which recipient is liable to pay tax on reverse charge basis. Oh, this is special. Guys, they told taxable outward supply. Correct? Yes. Now, it will include the supplies on which the recipient is liable to pay tax on reverse charge. Now, assume I am supplying on which recipient is liable to pay tax. They are telling exempt turnover includes this. Not my taxable turnover. My exempt turnover will include my outward supply, which is taxable under RCM. Clear? I repeat, I am supplier. You are a recipient. I am supplying to you on which you are supposed to pay tax under RCM. What is that for me? They're telling exempt turnover. Exempt turnover. Actually, it is taxable, but I am not liable to pay tax. Who is paying tax? Recipient. Actually, we don't call it as exempt supply, but here they're telling treat it as exempt supply. Treat it as exempt supply. Okay. Then transaction in securities. Guys, actually securities is not a goods also. It is not a service also. Outside GST completely. But they're telling include the transaction in securities. Okay. Then sale of land and subject to clause B of paragraph 5, schedule 2, sale of building, that is constructed building. So if there is a sale of land, sale of building and all, should I include it in exempt turnover? Yes. We should include it in exempt turnover. Automatically what happens, guys? Your exempt turnover will go up. Explanation for this. For the purposes of this subsection, the expression value of exempt supply shall not include the value of activities or transactions specified in schedule 3, except those specified in paragraph 5 of shed schedule. Sale of land and sale of constructed building means exempt supply will not include schedule 3 items, it seems. Okay. But it will include only one item in schedule 3. What is it? Sale of land and sale of constructed building. Sir, what if it is a sale of pre-constructed building? It is not a part of schedule 3. It will be a supply of services as per schedule 2. Did we learn it? Yes. I repeat, guys. For subsection 2 purpose, exempt supply will include what and all? Extra. Exempt supply means exempt supply. That is okay. But what is extra? My outward supply on which RCM is applicable, plus sale of securities, plus sale of land and constructed building, which is a part of schedule 3. Okay. Did they tell you include all schedule 3 items? No, no, no. Only one schedule 3 item. Sale of land and constructed building. Is that clear? Yes. Don't expect any numerical question on this, but good to know. Subsection 2 and 3 is a part of your syllabus. Sir, when subsection 2 and 3 is applicable, how to calculate how much credit is available, how to calculate how much credit is not available is actually given in rules, guys. Is actually given in rules, but that rule is not a part of your syllabus. Or then coming to subsection 4, actually subsection 4 is with respect to some banking transaction or the transactions or supply with respect to bank, which is not a part of your intermediate syllabus, guys. Okay, one illustration I have given. Input X is used to produce and supply output Y, which is exempt. Whether ITC is available on input X, guys? No. As my outward supply is exempt, no credit on inward supply. No, ITC is not available on input X because it was used for exempt supply. In the above example, if the output Y is exported or supplied to SEZ unit, what do we call it as? Zero rated supply. So if the outward supply is zero rated, is credit available? Yes. ITC is available on input X as outward supply is 0 rated supply, guys. Is that clear? Yes. I have also given here by way of simple example. You can just observe. If outward supply is exempt, no credit on input tax or inward supply. Whereas if outward supply is taxable, okay, let me just write taxable also. Taxable supply, just a minute. Taxable supply as well as zero rated supply. Is credit available, people? Yes, credit is available. Sir, what if common input is used? I have given one example for it. Just make a note of it, guys. Quickly, if outward supply is exempt, what? If outward supply is taxable supply, TS stands for taxable supply, which includes zero rated supply. Then I have also given one example for apportionment of credit. This is when common input or input service is used. Yes, students. Now we will learn section 17 subsection 5, which talks about block credit. Even this is a part of section 17 itself, but I have covered the first 4 subsection first. Now we are covering 17 subsection 5. Sir, what is the meaning of block credit? Guys, in the following case, no credit. You would have satisfied all the conditions given under section 16. Still, if your inward supply is covered here, no credit. Sorry. Is that clear? Please, I will repeat. Even in 16, we had one condition. Under section 16, subsection 2, if credit is restricted later, no credit. Clear? Or no input tax, credit. We learned that. Yes. Sir, which are those cases where credit is restricted or it is blocked? We are seeing now. Clear? Yes. Little lengthy section. Lot of scenarios are covered, but it is easy, guys. If you understand the way it is to be understood, it becomes very easy. And there are some connections also. So please be very attentive. Input tax credit shall not be available in respect of the following, namely, motor vehicles for the transportation of persons having approved seating capacity of not more than 13. Not more than 13 means how much, guys? Less than or equal to 13. Correct? Yes. Including the driver. Oh, that means 13 is including the driver. Except when they are used for making the following taxable supplies. Okay, means in the following case, credit is available, it seems. Guys, please pay attention. There is a high chances that you may misunderstand. You may think that what is available is not available. Vice versa. I'm talking about. When it is actually available, you may think that, oh, it is not available. When it is not available, you may think it as available. So there is a chances that you might misinterpret it. Please listen here. Let me come from the beginning. Motor vehicle for the transportation of persons. Okay, that means for the transportation of goods is not covered here? No. So if motor vehicle is used for the transportation of goods, credit available? Yes. Simple. If anything is not covered here, credit is available, provided you satisfy all the conditions under section 16. Okay. Here they told only for the transportation of persons. So motor vehicle will be used for the transportation of goods also. Assume it is a truck or lorry. Is credit available? Yes. Having seating capacity of not more than 13. Okay. That means less than or equal to 13. Means I can call it as car. Correct. What is the seating capacity of car? Huh? Less than 13. Exactly. Sir, which car anta kelbidi? Because obviously it depends. No, 5-seater, 7-seater and all is there. Okay. Normally car seating. See, some big cars are there. Foreign cars. I'm not talking about that. Okay. Sir, mine is TT, sir. Different story. I'm talking about car. Okay. Car, normally the seating capacity is less than 13. Now assume, guys, I have purchased the car in my business name, which I will use for business. But can I claim credit? Sorry. Tata Motors didn't give me credit also. I paid GST, but they didn't give me credit. Why? Sir, because on motor vehicle, that is car, credit is blocked. Okay. Credit, actually, I cannot blame Tata Motors also. I should blame whom? Government. Because they are the one who has blocked. No. Tata Motors didn't make such section 17.5. Who made it? Government. Okay, I repeat. If motor vehicle, let me take it as motor vehicle here means the car. If it is purchased even for business purpose, sir, it is used as a cab to pick and drop employees, sir. Still no credit. Sir, owner is traveling in that, sir, only for office purpose. Sorry, no credit. Sir, what if it is for personal purpose? Personal purpose means already previously only blocked. You will not even come here. Correct. If it was for business, you have crossed all the section and you came here. But section 17.5 is telling no credit. No credit. Understood? Yes. Now what if it is bus? Bus. Assume Infosys purchased the bus for the transportation of employees. Can they claim credit? Yes. Seating capacity more than 30. More than 13. Got it? Yes. See, in 1-2 lines only how much analysis is there. Clear? Now assume a company purchased a lorry for transportation of goods or truck for transportation of goods. Credit available? Yes. Sir, in truck, even driver is going. Transportation of person. Sorry, it is intended for what? Transportation of goods. Transportation of goods is not blocked here. Available. Okay. Let me go to the second sentence. Except when they are used for the making the following taxable supply. Means, guys, if it is used for the following purpose, credit is available. Credit is available. ITC available. When is it, sir? Further supply of such motor vehicle. For example, I purchased car to further sell it. Can I claim the credit of the tax which I paid on purchases? Yes. Because again on my outward supply, I will pay GST. Next, transportation of passengers. For example, sir, cab company purchased the car. Why? To use it for transportation of passengers. Is credit available? Yes. Passengers is different, employees is different. Please be careful. Let me give an example. Assume Infosys company purchased a car to use it as a cab to pick up and drop employees. Is credit available? No. Why, sir? Employees are not passengers. Clear? Next, ARS Travels purchased cab to use it for a transportation. They will rent it as a cab for whom? For the passengers. Is credit available? Yes. Sir, who is ARS? Don't worry. I just gave it. Imparting training on driving such motor vehicles. Driving schools, you know? Driving schools. Okay, whatever driving school. Sir, Maruti driving school has purchased the car which will be used to give training to the persons whoever come there no for getting driving license. For them it is used. Okay, now yes, in that case is credit available for the driving school? Yes, it is available. That is Maruti driving school. Can they claim the credit? Yes. Hope you understood. Only in the following 3 cases credit is available. In any other case, sorry. Simple. Purchase of motor vehicle for the transportation of persons which is not covered in any of this case, and seating capacity is not more than 13, that is less than or equal to 13, no credit. No credit, guys. Examples. See, from examples I have given number of examples here, guys, to have better clarity. This will give you more clarity. Please observe. ITC on car. What is the seating capacity of car? Less than 13. Purchased by a manufacturing company for official use of its employees. Is it available? Sorry, blocked. Blocked. ITC on car purchased by car dealer for sale to customer. Is it allowed? Yes. Why, sir? For further supply. It is for further supply. Hence, credit is available. Next, ITC on car purchased by a company engaged in renting out cars for transportation of passenger. Is it allowed? Yes. Where is it covered, sir? Here. It is allowed, guys. Next one. ITC on car purchased by car driving school. Is it allowed? Maruti driving school. Allowed. Where is it covered, sir? Here. So for each of them, I have given one example. Okay, sir. Next, ITC on bus. Bus. When they just use the word bus, it is understood what is the seating capacity. Clear. They will give sometimes in the bracket like this. Even if they don't give, apply common sense. Clear? Yes. ITC on buses, seating capacity for 24 persons, purchased by a company for transportation of employees from their residence to office and back is allowed. That means, sir, bus is used for cab facility. Is credit allowed? Yes, credit is allowed. Now, sir, what if this bus is used for personal purpose? It is not blocked here. It is blocked above only. Correct? Now, clearly they told only if it is for business purpose, claim the credit. Used or intended to be used for business. If it is used or intended to be used for personal purpose, Arshita, is credit available? Pavitra or Arshita, your name? Gayatri. Okay. Gayatri, is credit available, Gayatri? Is credit available if it is for personal purpose? Sorry, no credit. Sir, is it blocked in subsection 5? No, no, no. Above itself. Above itself they told. Correct? Yes. Chalo. ITC on trucks purchased by a company for transportation of its finished goods is allowed. Guys, truck, is it blocked under 17.5? No, they clearly told for the transportation of persons. And here in the truck, what will be transported? Goods. Sir, in movies I saw, sir, in some truck they are transporting people also, sir. So trucks is understood to be transported for goods, guys, used for the transportation of goods. A. Vessels and aircraft except when they are used for. Okay, listen here. Vessel means you know, na? Ship. Ship, cruise, whatever you call. If a ship or aircraft, that is flight, is purchased on which GST is paid, is credit available? They are telling no. Sorry, no credit. But if it is used for the following purpose, credit available? Yes. So let me put a flower bracket. ITC available. In any other case, ITC not available. Which are those? Almost same like above, guys. Almost same like above. For making the following taxable supplies, namely, further supply of such vessel or aircraft, means I purchase ship not to use it, to further sell it. Is credit available for whatever GST I have paid on purchase of ship? Yes, available. Next, for transportation of passengers, vessels or aircraft, let me take it as an example. Indigo purchased a flight for transportation of what? Passengers. Can they claim the credit? Yes. Sir, Air Asia, Air India, they purchased the flight, which will be used for the transportation of passenger. Whatever GST is paid on the purchase of flight, is credit available? Yes, people. Next, imparting training on navigating such vessels or even aircraft. For example, I have purchased a flight to give pilot training. Pilot training. Now, is credit available for the GST paid on the purchase of flight? Yes, it is available. Is that clear? So almost same like what was covered above, guys. But above was motor vehicle, whereas here it is vessels or the flight. Flight in the sense aircraft. Then, if it is used for transportation of goods, if it is used for the transportation of goods, is it allowed? Yes. That means when it is not allowed, sir. For example, Mukesh Ambani purchased a flight for transportation of his family members for business purpose only. Whenever they want to take decision or whenever they want to travel, husband, wife, along with children, they will travel in flight. Used for business only, not personal. Assume they are not doing any personal travel in that flight. Is credit available? Sorry, no. Not available. Or else, sir, flight or vessel is used for the transportation of employees, sir. Is credit available? No, sorry, credit is not available. Even though it might be used for business purpose, still no credit. What if it is used for transportation of goods, whether my own goods or my customer's goods? Is credit available? Yes. Whose goods also doesn't matter. Clear? It might be company's own goods or someone else's good. Credit is available. Examples: ITC on aircraft purchased by a manufacturing company for official use of its CEO. CEO means who? Chief Executive Officer or employees is blocked. Even though it is used for business purpose, sorry, no credit. What if it is used for the transportation of passengers, people? Credit is allowed. Next one. ITC on aircraft purchased by aviation school providing training on flying aircraft, that is pilot training. Is it allowed, people? Yes, it is allowed. So did you mark like this whatever I wrote? Flower bracket and wrote ITC because you may misunderstand in an opposite way. That is why here also on the top, please write like this. Put a flower bracket and write ITC is available in this case. Except this, any other case, ITC will not be available, guys. Understood? Yes. Now listen. Something connected to A and AA, guys. We have done with two things. A as well as AA. Both talk about what? Purchase. Both spoke about what, people? Purchase. Please listen. Sir, a person, or else let me write it as registered person, has purchased as purchased motor vehicle or vessel or aircraft. On that, ITC is blocked, sir. ITC is blocked. Now listen. The same person is also taking some other goods. Sorry, not goods, services. Let me take services. Which are services, sir? Maybe insurance services or repair services is taking. For what? For motor vehicle or vessel or the aircraft. On this, if he has paid any GST, is ITC available, people? No. They're telling ITC is not available. Simple. I repeat. On purchase of motor vehicle, vessel or aircraft, whatever GST I have paid on purchase, right? If that is blocked. Once I purchase, if I take any insurance service, repairs or even maintenance services, on that whatever GST is paid, can we claim credit of it? No. They're telling credit is not available. Okay, sir. Just a minute. So in this case, credit is not available, sir. Okay, understood, sir. Now what if it is? What if it is? Please listen. A person, registered person, purchased motor vehicle, or even vessel or aircraft on which credit is available, sir. On which credit is available. Once he purchase, later if he take any insurance services or repair services or maintenance services for the same motor vehicle or vessel or aircraft on which he has paid GST, is credit available, people? Yes, credit is available. So simple. Whether credit is available or not for these services depends on what? Whether credit was available when it was purchased. When purchased, if credit is blocked, I have given in red color. When purchased of any of this, if credit is blocked, then even for these services which I am taking with respect to this, credit is blocked. Credit is blocked. Sir, no, sir, when I purchased, credit was available. So, in that case, even for these services, which we call it as input service, whatever GST is paid, credit is available, guys. Is that clear? So, this is straight away dependent on this, guys. Got it? Yes. Let me read it. A talks about purchase, guys. Now, AB talks about service. Services of general insurance, servicing, repairs and maintenance insofar as they relate to motor vehicles, vessels or aircraft referred to in clause A. Provided that input tax credit is in respect of such services shall be available. Guys, simple. For general insurance, servicing, repairs and maintenance, they're telling we will not give credit. Is this goods or service, people? Service. On input service also GST is applicable, right? Yes, we have paid it. Is credit available? No, they told credit is not available. But in the following case, credit is available. In the following case, credit is available. Provided that the input tax credit is respect of such vehicles, on such services shall be available. When is it available, sir? Where the motor vehicles, vessels or aircraft referred to in clause A or AA are used for the purposes specified therein. Used for the purposes specified therein means what, sir? Whatever I have given here in green color. Green part. Listen. When it is purchased, if it is used for the following three purposes, is credit allowed? Huh? Yes. That means later, after purchasing, if I take any of the services like general insurance, servicing, repairs, maintenance, on that also credit available? Huh? Yes. Same way, vessel and aircraft was used for the following purpose. For the following purpose. Is credit available now? Yes. On purchase, whatever GST is paid for this purposes, credit is allowed. On purchase, when credit is available, in the future, if I take any input service in the form of general insurance, repairs, maintenance for this vessels or aircraft, will credit be available? Yes. Is that clear? Yes. Specific purposes specified therein means whatever I have highlighted in flower bracket, guys. Flower bracket, let me cut down little bit here. It will start from here. Okay, sir. Hope you understood. Next one. Second one. In simple, okay, let me repeat the first point. Guys, listen. When motor vehicle, vessel or aircraft is purchased, whatever GST is paid on purchase is available means credit is available means. Even for the following service is credit available? Yes. If it is blocked above means it will be blocked here also. Second point is bit different. Where service by a taxable person engaged, okay, means the following person has received it. In the manufacture of such motor vehicle, vessels or aircraft. Guys, simple. Now assume Tata Motors is engaged in the manufacture of motor vehicles. They have taken any of this service like general insurance, servicing, repairs. They have taken the service. Is credit available for them? Yes. Credit is available. Next. In the supply of general insurance services in respect of such motor vehicle, vessels or aircraft insured by him, means recipient is engaged in what business? General insurance. Now he has received insurance. Sir, how come, sir? The person who is engaged in insurance, how can he receive insurance service? Reinsurance. We learned about reinsurance and all. Yes. Assume safety insurance accepted the policy, but they reinsured with SBI. So, are they giving as well as receiving the insurance? Yes. On the services which they have taken, if they have paid any GST, is it available as credit? Yes. Same way. Now assume, guys, insurance company, assume ICICI General Insurance. They are receiving some repairs and maintenance services with respect to motor vehicle or even vessels or aircraft. On that service, whatever GST is payable, is credit available? Yes. Credit is available. Why? Because why they allowed for him? Genuine reason is there. ICICI General Insurance will give you general insurance policy. Assume if by chance if any of your vehicle is damaged, maybe they can come forward and tell, we will repair and give it to you. We will repair and give it to you. If they want to repair and give it to you, they have to take input service, right? On that, if they have paid GST, can they claim credit? Yes. They can claim the credit. Is that clear? Yes, guys. Some examples I have given. ITC on general insurance taken on car used by employees of a manufacturing company for official purposes is blocked. Guys, let us go step by step. If car is purchased for official use of employees, is credit available when it is purchased? No. When credit is not available on purchase, later a company has taken general insurance policy for it, for which they have paid GST. Can they claim credit for it? No. Sorry, credit is not available. Second one, ITC on maintenance and repair services availed by a company for a truck used for transporting its finished goods is allowed. If truck is purchased, on purchase if any GST is paid, is credit available? Yes. Later on this truck, if any maintenance, repairs or even general insurance service is taken, on this service if GST is paid, is credit available? Yes. Credit is available, guys. Last one. ITC on general insurance services taken on car manufactured by car manufacturing company, is it allowed? Yes. Why? It falls under this point, guys. Credit is available. So here also you can just write for this you can put a flower bracket and write ITC available. ITC available. If it is for any other purpose, no credit, guys. AA was for purchase, whereas AB is for services, guys. Okay, let us move forward now. B. Okay, we have come out of that. AA and AB was connected. We have done with it. We are moving forward now. The following supply of goods or services are both. Guys, listen here. If the following is an inward supply for me, they're telling no credit, sorry. Assume I have taken any of this as my inward supply, means I have purchased, on which I have paid GST. Can I claim the credit? No. Even if I have used it for business purpose, still no credit, guys. What are those? Food and beverages, outdoor catering, beauty treatment, health services, cosmetic and plastic surgery, leasing, renting or hiring of motor vehicles, vessels or aircraft referred to in clause A, clause AA, except when they are used for purposes specified therein. Guys, please be careful. Here what is covered is different. What we already saw above is different. If I purchase motor vehicle or vessels or aircraft, on purchase credit is blocked. But if it is for the following purposes, is credit allowed, people? Yes. Same way. No, sir, I don't have so much of vitamin M, lack of vitamin M, money. So I took it on rent, sir. I took motor vehicle or vessel or aircraft on rent, sir. On which even on renting is GST applicable? Yes. So for taking, what is my inward supply? Renting. I have taken any of this for rent, sir. On which I have paid GST, sir. Can I claim credit? No. They're telling no credit. But sir, whatever vehicle I am taking on rent, no sir, I am using for this purpose, sir. Is credit available, sir? Yes, sir. Understood. I repeat. Assume I have taken a car on rent. On the rent amount, I have paid GST. And I am using this car, which I have taken on rent, not purchased, which I have taken on rent for the transportation of my employees. Is credit available? No. Credit is not available. Next, assume I have taken a car on rent, which I am using to give driving training to my trainees. Is credit available? Yes. And obviously, this will not come. Don't do this kind of business. Yen, sir, I took car on rent and sold it. That cannot come. Correct? Because you are not the owner. Understood? See, even though they have told if it is used for the following purpose, credit is available. Obviously, you cannot do this. Why? When you have taken it on rent, only right is given, not title. Can you sell the title to someone? No, guys. But it can be used for the following two purposes. Next, silence. Hope you understood, no? Above what was covered was purchase. No, sir, I am not purchasing. I am taking it on rent or lease. Still, whatever GST you have paid on rent, no credit. But if it is used for the purposes which I have marked in green, is credit available? Yes. Life insurance, health insurance. Actually, on this and all, GST is exempt now. But till they have covered you in the law, maybe in the future they may remove it. As on today, it is there. Okay. If I have taken any of this as an inward supply, on which I have paid GST SSVN, is credit available? I didn't ask you to sit silently. Is credit available? Listen. If any of this is taken as inward supply, is credit available? Ilva? No, credit is not available. Chalo. But one proviso is told here. There is one proviso. Tanuja. Sit straight, Tanuja. If the following inward supply is used, the following is an inward supply for me, but I'm not consuming it. I'm using it to give my outward supply. Is credit available? Yes. They told credit is available. What is that proviso we will see? Provided that the input tax credit in respect of such goods or services or both shall be available where an inward supply of such goods or services or both is used by a registered person for making an outward taxable supply of the same category of goods or services or both or as an element of taxable composite or mixed supply. Guys, simple. Let me give one simple example. Assume I purchased food. I paid GST on it 1000 rupees. I consumed food. Is credit available? No. I gave this food for my employees to consume. Is credit available? No. Next, I purchased food. I paid 1000 rupees GST on it. Why, sir? To sell it in my canteen. To sell it in my shop. Is credit available? Yes. Credit is available. Means if the following is used to further supply it, I'm not consuming it, or my employees are not consuming it, I'm not even using it for my business purpose, I will further sell it. Is credit available? Yes, guys. Next, second one. And sir, they have told as a part of composite and mixed supply. For example, food I have sold along with snacks. Snacks I will only do it. I purchased food. I paid GST 1000. But food I am selling it along with snacks as a composite supply. Is still credit available? Yes. Credit is available. Second one, membership of a club, health and fitness center. Guys, assume the company has taken the membership in the name of CEO, managers, or even employees in a club or even in a fitness centers, gold gym. Membership is given to all the employees on what, January 1st. Telling, please take care of your health. And 1 week full Zoom. Okay, full crowded. You go and see any gym, temple and all. First week of January, full rush. Especially on 1st January. Everywhere crowded. After that, obviously strength will drop down. Now, if any membership, membership fees will be paid for all this club, health, fitness center and all. Yes. On that membership fees, even GST is applicable. Is credit available for that GST? No, no credit. Even if it is taken in the name of employees or managers or even CEO and all, no credit payment. Third one, travel benefits extended to the employees on vacation, such as leave or home travel concession. Now, sir, employer is sponsoring the trip for employees, where he will take care of all the expenses. Go enjoy and come. Year full, you are working so much. No, go enjoy for 1 week. Along with you, go alone or with your family. Other things and all, I cannot take care. Now, sir, employer borne all the expenses, travel, stay, food, everything. On that GST will be applicable, no? On transportation, food, stay and all. Is credit available for it? No. They told, sorry, we don't give credit. Some connection is there for income tax also, 10(5) exemption. Leave travel concession, where? 10(5). 2 times in a block of 4 years. If one is not used, you can carry forward maximum 1. Maximum 2 children. Or if second one is twins and all. So much is there. Leave it. Chalo. Let us not go detail. We are now in GST. Okay. Chalo. We are done with B, guys. We are done with B. But there is one proviso for B. Listen, guys, please listen carefully. Please understand properly. This proviso was there, no? This proviso was relevant only for this point, first point. Whereas whatever proviso I will read now is relevant for what? Entire clause B. Entire clause B means 1, 2, 3. For all 3 points. For all 3 points. I have anyway given here at the end so that you should not get confused. What is that proviso? Let me read. Proviso will always start with the word provided, guys. What is proviso? What is explanation and all? We have already learned in income tax. Same to same meaning it will have even in GST, guys. Provided that the input tax credit in respect of such goods or services or both shall be available where it is obligatory for the employer to provide the same to its employees under any law for the time being in force. Means they're telling, if any of this is taken by employer as inward supply, why? To give it to their employees. Why is it taking this to give it to their employees? Because one of the law is telling, employer, you have to give it. Employer, you have to give it. Let me give an example. Assume there is a labor law which is telling, employer, every day lunch you have to give to employees. Labor law is telling. In that case, employer purchased the food on which he has paid GST. Can he claim the credit of it? Yes. Or else assume, let me give one more example. Assume there is a labor law telling every employer has to give health insurance services to their employee. Health insurance policy. Clear? So employer has taken health insurance policy in the name of employees. Why, sir? Because it was obligatory for him as per a labor law. Okay. Now on this, GST is paid. Is credit available for this for the employer? Yes. Clear? Yes. Now assume there is no such law, but telling. There is a law telling every employer has to get a 1-year membership for gym to their employees. So employer got it. On that he has paid GST. Can he claim the credit? Yes. Same way, one more example. Assume there is one law telling every employer should send their employee for at least 1 trip in a year. They should also get relaxation. Personal life is there, no? Over and above professional life. Yes. So every employer should send employee at least for 1 trip in a year. So employer arranged for it, on which he paid GST. Is credit available? Yes. Now, sir, you told so much story. How will I know all other law? Correct. Sir, knowing GST only is a big thing, sir. Clear. How will I know that law, this law and all? Or else I will create my own law. In the exam, that is what happens. We will teach lot of laws, income tax law, GST, and other teachers, Papa, they will teach company law, that law, this law, other laws and all. In the exam, what student will do? All this law is not for me. I will create my own law. Write that. And that law, evaluator would have not studied. Clear? Yes. Chalo. Okay. Question was, how will I know what is obligatory, what is not obligatory? Guys, if it is obligatory, they will give int in the question. They will give the int in the question telling it was obligatory for the employer to provide so and so to the employees. In that case, should you give the credit? Yes, give the credit. Majamad. Examples on clause B, 17.5b. A manufacturing company purchases food items for being served to its customer free of cost. ITC is available? No, block. Sir, give it to customer, sir. Customer will come back again and again for food. No, for to buy goods. To give more and more business. We need to take care of them. Nice, no, sir. Still, no credit. Next. AB and Co. A caterer of Amritsar has been awarded a contract for catering in a marriage to be held in Ludhiana. The firm has given the contract for supply of snacks, not snakes, snacks, to be served in the marriage to CD and Sons, a local caterer of Ludhiana. ITC on such outdoor catering services availed by AB and Co. is allowed. Allowed? Yes. Means caterer is taking catering service to give what? Output or outward catering service, which is nothing but food. Is credit available on inward supply? Yes, because outward supply is also in the same nature, guys. Outdoor catering service is availed by a company to run a free canteen in its factory. The Factories Act 1948 requires the company to set up a canteen in its factory. Obligatory. Obligatory. What happened, Akash? Huh? Did you connect anywhere? Okay, chalo. ITC on such outdoor catering. ITC on such outdoor catering allowed? Yes. Sir, in the canteen, only employees will have food. But it was obligatory for the employer to provide food. So on purchase of food or on catering services, whatever GST is paid, is credit available, people? Yes, credit is available. Next, the managing director of a company has taken a membership of a club, the fees for which is paid by the company. ITC on such services blocked because it is covered here. Last one. A company avails services of a travel agency for organizing a free vacation for its top performing employees. Is credit available for it? No. ITC on such services is blocked as per third point here. As per third point, it is blocked, guys. Okay. Done with clause B. Now we are moving towards clause C. Please be careful. B, C and all doesn't have connection now. C and D has a connection. C and D has a connection. C. Girish. See me. Don't see him. See only me. Works contract services when supplied for construction of immobile property other than plant and machinery. Okay. Let us break down into parts. Works contract service means what, guys? Construction service. If my inward supply, listen. If my inward supply is for construction of my office building, factory building, personal building, whatever GST I have paid on my construction service, is credit available? No, credit is not available. But if it is for plant and machinery, is credit available? Yes. If it is for construction of plant and machinery, credit is available. What is plant and machinery and all they have defined? We will see later. Except when it is used as input service for further supply of works contract service. Means in the following case, credit is available, guys. Where is green? Now listen. Silence. I, Vikas, has taken works contract service or construction service for the construction of my office building, factory building, or my residential building Is credit available? No. If it is residential and all, blocked above only. If it is office building, factory building and all, it is blocked here. Okay. Now listen. I am Shobha Developers. Took work contract service. Why? Not for us, to our clients. I will use this in order to construct building to whom? To my clients or customers. Is credit available for Shobha Developers? Yes. If work contract service is taken as an inward supply, which will be used to provide same outward supply, is credit available? Yes. Normally this will be for whom, guys? Construction company. Sometimes what happens? No. Assume Shobha Developers subcontract some small works to small contractors. Now the small contractors will give work to whom? Shobha. On that, GST is paid by Shobha. Shobha Developers. Is credit available for Shobha Developers? Yes. Why so? Because they are receiving works contract service, not for them. They are doing construction for their customers. Is that clear? Hope you understood now. Okay, let me give you an example here. Listen. Shobha Developers is there, who is giving services, works contract service to whom? To their client or customer. To give this service to their customer, they took services from, assume guys, SG Constructions. SG Construction, which is one of the construction company. They have taken some services from whom? SG Construction. So it is an inward supply for Shobha Developers. Yes. What service did they take? Works contract service, which is in the nature of inward. Is credit available for this, guys? Yes. Because the outward supply is in the same nature. As the outward supply is in the same nature, credit is available. Did you guys understand? Yes, sir. Then with class C, I have some more explanation for it. What is it? We will see. ITC on works contract services for the construction of immobile property is available only in the following three situations. Means credit is available. Okay, na? Credit is available. Which are those? When works contract service is availed by work contractor for being used in providing works contract service. Means I have taken it to give the same service to my customers. Second one, for construction of plant and machinery, in this case, ITC is allowed to all recipients irrespective of their line of business. Why so? Because they told here other than plant and machinery. So for construction of plant and machinery, if I have taken any works contract service, is credit available? Yes. Whether I am providing same outward or not doesn't matter here for plant and machinery. Last one. When the value of work contract service is not capitalized, that means it is treated as what, guys? Revenue expenditure. Where, sir? In my P&L account or P&L statement. In this case, ITC is allowed to all the recipients irrespective of their line of business. Guys, simple. Normally, works contract service will be capital in nature or revenue in nature? Capital. So it would be capitalized in the books of recipient? Yes, they told no credit. What if it is stated as revenue expenditure? Credit is allowed. For example, I got works contract service for the repair of my office building. For the repair of my office building, I just paid 1 lakh plus GST, which I debited to P&L account. Is credit available? Yes. Debited to P&L account means revenue na capital? Revenue in nature. Credit allowed? Yes. Examples. ITC on works contract services availed by a software company for construction of its office is blocked. Sir, office building, sir, still blocked. Office building, factory building, whichever building, blocked. CD and Co., a work contractor of Noida, has been awarded a contract for construction of a commercial complex in Lucknow. The firm avails services of EF and Co., a local works contractor of Lucknow, for the construction of complex. That means CD and Co. is providing outward work contract service, for which they took inward work contract service. On the inward supply, is credit available, people? Yes. ITC on such works contract services availed by CD and Co., which is inward, is allowed. Is allowed. Why, sir? Because it is in the same line of business. Third, ITC on works contract services availed by automobile company for the construction of foundation on which a machinery to be used in the production process is mounted. Means plant and machinery is attached to the building or land. Permanently is allowed, guys? Yes. If work contract service is for the construction of plant and machinery, credit is available. Okay. Sir, construction of plant and machinery. Guys, some machineries and all will be attached to the land permanently. So for that, if I have taken any works contract service to attach it to the land, is credit available, sir? Yes, credit is available. Fourth one. The consulting firm has availed services of works contractor for a repair of its office building. The company has booked such expenditure in its profit and loss account. Guys, if it is booked in profit and loss account, is it capitalized or not? No. That means, is it treated as revenue expenditure? Yes. Is credit available? Yes. ITC on such services is allowed. Why, sir? Because it is treated as revenue expenditure. Because it is treated as revenue expenditure. Okay. Clause C was for works contract services. Works contract services. C for contract. Whereas D is for goods or services. I have purchased goods or services which should be used for my construction of immobile property. For example, I have purchased cement, sand, steel for the purchase of my, I have purchased for the construction of my what? Office building or factory building. Whatever GST I have paid on the purchase of cement, steel, sand, can I claim the credit? No. Or else I have taken interior decoration service, assume. Okay, interior decorator service I have taken. For what? Construction of my office building or factory building. Can I claim the credit? No. I cannot. Clause D. Please be careful. Clause C includes only work contract service. Here it includes goods, any service other than works contract, like interior decoration and all, or decorator. Goods or services are both received by a taxable person for construction of immobile property. Credit is blocked. But if it is for plant and machinery, is credit available? Yes. On his own account, including when such goods or services or both are used in the course or furtherance of business. Guys, if I have purchased it for myself, my office building, my factory building, is credit available? No, sir. Credit is not available. ITC on goods and services used in the construction of immobile property will be available when? In the following three situations. If it is for the construction of plant and machinery, is credit available? Yes. Even works contract service also available. Here for other goods and services also available. Next, when the value of goods or services is not capitalized, means it is treated as revenue expenditure. Last one, when the construction is not on own account. Not on own account means what, sir? Let me take the same example, people. Assume Shobha Developers is providing construction of immobile property to whom? Client, customer. So for that, Shobha Developers has purchased various goods and services on which they have paid input tax. Can they claim the credit of it? Yes. Why, sir? Because Shobha Developers are not using it for their own account. They will use it to provide construction service or to construct the immobile property to whom? To their client or to their customers. Understood the difference? No? I repeat this example. Listen, I will try to combine both clause C as well as clause D. Vikas has taken works contract service or purchased any goods or services for the construction of his office building or factory building. Credit not available. What it is treated as revenue expenditure in his books? Credit available. Clear. But if question is silent, please don't consider revenue. It should be capital. Because obviously always this will be capitalized. But if they themselves has given revenue or debited to P&L account, please give the credit. Please give the credit. Okay. Next example. Shobha Developers. Who am I? Shobha Developers took work contract services or purchased various goods or services not for themselves to construct immobile property to their clients, customers. For Shobha Developers, is credit available? Yes. Now listen, I will give a chain link. Now Shobha Developers gave work contract services to whom? To clients. Can client claim the credit? No. Why? Because it is for them. Whatever GST is paid on the inward supply for whom? Client. Given by whom? Shobha Developers. Can client or customer claim the credit on that? No, they cannot. Why so? Because they are not further engaged in the same kind of supply, guys. Is that clear? Yes. Chalo. And one more thing to take care, guys, please be careful with respect to this Shobha developers example and all I gave, no? We call them as promoter or real estate developer. 9-4 is, be careful. 9-4. 9-4 means sir time. No. Section 9 subsection 4 reverse charge mechanism. When supplier is unregistered, recipient is registered. Who is that recipient? They have notified only some real estate transaction. Clear? Promoter or real estate developer has purchased cement or capital goods from the unregistered person, RCM. Other goods and services, minimum 80% from should be from registered supplier. If it is short, RCM. Correct? No connection is there. But as we just saw that works contract service and all, real estate developer and all, I just thought of connecting. Clear? Just to mention it. Sir, is it connected here? No, people. Clear? But please be careful. When the purchaser is a promoter or real estate developer, we need to check 9-4 whether RCM is applicable or not. Examples. A company buys cement, tiles, and avails the services of an architect for construction of its office building. So, office building, business purpose, still no credit. ITC on such goods and services is blocked. Next, MN and Constructions procures cement, paint, iron rods, and services of architect and interior designers for construction of commercial complex for whom? One of its client. Means they are taking inward to provide same category of outward. ITC on such goods and services is allowed to MN and Co. as it is not in their own account. It is for further supply. Third one. A company buys cement, tiles, etc. and avails the services of an architect for renovation of its office building. The company has booked such expenditure in P&L account. What did you understand from this? It has booked the expenditure in P&L itself. Revenue. Is credit available? Yes. Credit is allowed, guys. If such expenditure is treated as revenue, credit is available. Explanation. For the purpose of clause C and D, the expression construction includes reconstruction, renovation, addition, alteration, repairs to the extent of capitalization. You understood why I told if it is treated as revenue, credit is allowed. Information is here. Only if it is capitalized, credit is blocked. That means if it is treated as revenue, credit available, yes, to the said immovable property. Okay. So C and D, please study together because they are interconnected. E. Goods or services or both on which tax has been paid under section 10 composition supply scheme. Actually, there was no need to give this point, but still they have given it. Why, sir? Guys, when we were learning section 10 itself, we understood. If I am a composition supplier, can I collect taxes from my recipients? No. Assume by mistake I collected. I collected. Now, can my recipient go ahead and claim credit? No, he cannot. Same way, on my inward supply, I have paid tax at normal rate as per section 9. Can I claim a credit of it? No. So that means composition supplier cannot claim credit. He cannot also pass on the credit. We already learned it in section 10, guys. Next, F. Goods or services are both received by a non-resident taxable person except on goods imported by him. We call them as special person, NRTP. This guy is like coming from outside India to sell his goods. They're telling, if you bring your goods from your country, it is like import here. On that, whatever IGST is paid, on import IGST would be paid. On import of goods, whatever IGST you have paid, we will give credit. When you sell these goods in India, claim the credit. But what if this guy purchase any goods or services in India? Will he get a credit for whatever GST has paid? No. I repeat, NRTP means is a non-resident from outside India. Is coming to India to sell goods for a temporary period, like 15 days, 20 days, 1 month, like that. Maybe he want to sell his goods in some of the exhibition or in any fair, is selling it. What they are telling in the law is, you will bring the goods from your country, no, it is import. On import, you will pay IGST, no, yes. we will give the credit for it. But what if he purchase any goods or take any services in India? Will he get a credit for it? No. You need to pay GST on it, but no credit for it. No credit for it. I will talk about this again because we will cover these two people. There are two special people under GST, guys: CTP and NRTP, casual taxable person and non-resident taxable person. We will be talking about these people in detail in the next chapter, that is in registration. I will speak about that again. FA important. All this was actually added later. Why they have given different alphabets and all, sir? Initially this was not there. They kept on adding more and more later. FA. Goods or services or both received by a taxable person which are used or intended to be used for activities relating to his obligation under the corporate social responsibility referred to in section 135 of the Companies Act 2013. Okay. Before reading this, before understanding this, let us understand your company law. Here, not entire company law, section 135. Done na? Section 135 done na, madam? Sure? No, she is telling done. Chalo. Okay, let us try to tell what is section 135. Part of company law. Okay, now. Shh. Listen. If the net in the last year, if net profit of a company is 5 crore or more, or net worth is 500 crore or more, or turnover is 1000 crore or more, if any of these three is satisfied, I repeat, Chaya, net profit is 5 crore or more, net worth is 500 crore or more, turnover is 1000 crore or more. When? In the last financial year. If any of these three condition is satisfied, company has to follow section 135, where they tell form a CSR committee. Form a CSR committee. And this CSR committee should ensure that at least 2% of the average profit of last 3 years has to be spent for society. Correct? I repeat, at least 2% of the average profit of last 3 years has to be spent in the current year. For what purpose? Society purpose. Means for the upliftment of society. Sir, for what and all purpose it can be spent? It is given in Schedule 7. Schedule 7 of Companies Act. For what purposes the money which is to be used for CSR can be spent? Where is it given? Schedule 7. Bhavana, what is happening there? Okay. Whatever I told till now is company law part. Okay, for a company, assume B Limited, CSR was applicable. So I should contribute at least 2% of my profit for CSR purpose. Yes. What I did was I purchased laptop to give it to the government school children. I purchased laptop to give it to the government school children freely. Okay, very good job. On purchase of laptop, I paid GST. Can I claim the credit of it? No. Sorry, no credit. Understood, guys? Simple. If I have taken any input or inward supply to be used for CSR purpose, on that inward supply, whatever GST I have paid, no credit. Even in income tax, we learned some connection is there for income tax. Section 37 told, if any money is spent for CSR purpose, it is not allowed. It is disallowed. Why? Because it is not a business expenditure. It is not incurred for the purpose of business. It is a contribution towards society. Understood? In income tax, CSR expenditure is not allowed as expenses, disallowed. Whereas on GST, whatever GST I have paid on the inward supply, which I will be using for my CSR activities, no credit. No credit, guys. If you want, you can just mention there. Read with section 37 of Income Tax Act. Here, actually, there is an explanation under section 37 about this. You just write here. Read with section 37. 37 of Income Tax Act. G. G. Goods or services or both used for personal consumption. Again, repetition. Sir, above only they told already in section 16, 17 at the beginning also they told it should be used for business purpose. Now they are telling in a reverse way. If it is used for personal consumption, block exempt. As if we don't understand. If it is used for business, only credit means. It is understood there itself. If it is used for personal, no credit. But anyway, they're repeating here. Fine, let us take it. Next, H. Goods lost or stolen or destroyed, written off or disposed of by way of gift or free samples. Guys, simple. Sir, I had purchased some goods which is lost, or which is destroyed. That means there is no outward supply. Yes. So the goods which I have purchased, if it is lost, no credit on it. No credit on it. Why, sir? Because on this, government will not get output tax. That is why. But look at the beauty. Let us connect to schedule 1, para 1. Listen, I had purchased the goods this month. Hey, Yashwant, I have purchased the goods. I have claimed a credit in this month, but it was lost after 3 months. Or it was disposed of after 3 months. Para 1 of schedule 1, read with section 71C will tell it is a supply. It is a supply. When goods is purchased or business asset is purchased, if already credit is claimed, later if it is disposed of, lost, even without consideration, it is still a supply as per para 1 of schedule 1, read with section 71C, guys. Both simultaneously will not be applicable, anyone. For example, guys, listen. I had purchased the goods. Before even I claim credit, it was lost. Can I claim credit now? No. Next is, sir, I purchased goods. I claimed credit already. After few months, it is lost, sir. Or it is disposed of, sir. I have already claimed credit, sir. Now, is it an outward supply? Yes, as per para 1 of schedule 1. However, where the activity of distribution of gift or free samples falls within the scope of supply on account of provisions contained in schedule 1 of the said act, the supplier would be eligible to avail ITC. Okay, we have illustration for it, which we will see later. Further, it is clarified that ITC shall be available to the supplier for the input services and capital goods used in relation to supply of goods or services or both as part of buy one get one free offer and buy more save more offers. For example, guys, I purchased goods 1, goods 2. I have paid 10 rupees GST on this. Now I supplied buy one get one. Means if you buy G1, I will give G2 freely. How much credit can I claim? Full 20. Full 20. Sir, G2 you gave freely? No, no one will give it freely. Maybe they priced G1 only or one product only a year. Is that clear? Yes. Or else, sir, for my outward supply, hey Vikas, for my outward supply, I gave 20% discount, which is deducted as per section 15.3. Now, can I claim full ITC on my inward supply or only 80%? Full. Just because I have given discount on my outward supply, there won't be discount on the ITC to be claimed. ITC to be claimed. There is one clarification on this, which we will see tomorrow. Okay, done with it. Hope you understood. If goods is lost, guys, listen, because there are two possibilities here. I repeat once again. Please understand it properly. I purchased goods. Before even I claim the credit, it is lost. Can I claim credit now? No. And when it is lost, is it a supply? No. Anyway, I have not claimed the credit. No supply also. Next situation. Sir, I purchased the goods. I claim credit now. But after few months, it is lost, sir. Or someone stole it, sir. Or it is disposed of freely, sir. Is it a supply now? Yes. Credit is already claimed. Para 1 will get attracted. Para 1 of schedule 1. So will it be a supply? Should the person pay GST even though there is no consideration? Yes, he has to pay it. Because when it was purchased, he has already taken the benefit cards. Oh. So please be careful. I had mentioned that if it is supply as per schedule 1, then credit would have already been claimed. Now this becomes a supply. Any tax paid in accordance with the provisions of section 74, which is a recovery section, guys, in respect of any period up to financial year 23-24 is not allowed. Sir, what if it is after that? Is credit available? Yes. They told section 74 is like recovery. I was supposed to pay tax, but I didn't pay. The proper officer came and recovered it from me. Now, can I claim a credit of it? No. But this is only up to the financial year 23-24. After that, is credit available? Yes. Credit is available, guys. Then, in clause C and D, we use the word plant and machinery. If works contract service or if goods or services is used for the construction of plant and machinery, is credit available, people? Yes. What is plant and machinery? Plant and machinery means apparatus, equipment and machinery fixed to the earth by foundation or structural support that are used for making outward supply of goods or services or both, and includes such foundation and structural supports but excludes. Okay. Means the following is not plant and machinery? No. What are those? Land, building or any other civil structure is not a plant and machinery. But if it is immovable property. It will be immovable but not plant and machinery. Then telecommunication towers, is it plant and machinery? No. Next, pipelines laid outside the factory premises, even that is not a plant and machinery, guys. Okay. We just have an illustration covered to that. We'll just see. ABC Limited engaged in the manufacture of electrical appliances and following details are available. Advise ITC eligibility of the following, guys. Is ITC available or not? Electrical transformers utilized in the manufacturing process. Is credit available, guys? Yes. It is nowhere blocked. That means credit is available, right? Yes. The ITC on electrical transformers would be fully available as these are used in the course or furtherance of business. Nowhere it is blocked. Next, truck used for transporting materials. Is credit fully available? Yes. For transportation of goods, credit is not blocked, guys. The ITC on trucks used for transporting vehicles would be available as these are used in the course or furtherance of business. Last one. Cakes and pastries for consumption within factory. Is credit available for it? No, blocked. As per clause B, 17(5)(b), blocked. And you don't assume, sir, what if it is obligatory and all? If it is obligatory for the employer, they will give it in the question clearly. Yes. So for this, credit is blocked, guys. ITC on food and beverages is blocked credit unless the inward supplies or inward taxable supplies are used to make outward taxable supply in the same category, whereas the above is for the consumption. So is credit available? No. Sir, what if I have purchased pastries not to consume, to further sell it? On purchase of pastries, whatever GST I have paid, can I claim the credit? Yes, I can claim it. Illustration 2. Mr. B procured goods worth 50 lakh inclusive of GST, but these goods were lost to dacoity. However, he now wants to avail ITC as he has anyways paid the entire invoice value. Can he claim the credit, people? No. Even before he claimed credit, goods is lost. Can he claim the credit now? No. Answer. ITC can only be availed if the goods or services so availed are used to make outward taxable supplies, or if they are required during the course of business or furtherance of business. In this case, the goods were lost, hence no ITC. No ITC, guys. Clear? Yes, sir. So we are done with section 17. We have few clarifications which we will see in the next class, guys. Yes, students. Now we have few clarifications. We are done with section 16 and 17. We have few clarifications. We'll just cover it up. Come to the clarification. Clarification on availability of ITC on ducts and manholes used in the network of optical fiber cables. In short, we call it as OFCs. In terms of section 17(5). What was the issue? Then we will see what is the clarification given. First issue. Whether the input tax credit on the ducts and manholes used in the network of optical fiber cables for providing telecommunication services is barred in terms of clause C and D of section 17(5), read with explanation to section 17. Sir, what are they trying to tell here is whatever ITC has been paid on the purchase of optical fiber cables, which will be used in providing the telecommunication services. Sir, can we claim the credit? or is it blocked as per section 17 subsection 5? That is the issue. Now, first of all, sir, what is this optical fiber cables? Guys, I have just given you an image here. You can see. So this is the wires or cables which has been installed underground. Underground for what, sir? For transmission of telecommunication services, or maybe even for electricity, or even for water and sewage. Sometimes pipe will be installed under the ground. Yes, sir. That we call it as normally the optical fiber cables, whereas the ducts and manholes means what, sir? So under the ground for passage of water or even electricity or even the sewage water and all, they would have formed a hole, correct? Or else they would have passed a way for passage of any of this. That we call it as ducts and manholes. Clarification: ducts and manholes are a basic components for the optical fiber cable, that is OFC, network used in providing telecommunication services. The OFC network is generally laid with the use of PVC ducts, sheds, in which OFCs are housed, and service or connectivity manholes which serve as a nodes of network, that is to connect from one area to another area, and are necessary for not only laying of optical fiber cable but also their upkeep and maintenance. In view of the explanation in section 17, it appears that the ducts and manholes are covered under the definition of plant and machinery. Sir, will duct and manholes fit in the definition of plant and machinery? Why so? Because if work contract services or if any goods or services is taken for the purpose of construction of plant and machinery, is credit available? Yes, as they are used as part of the OFC network for making outward supply of transmission of telecommunication signals from one point to another. Moreover, the ducts and manholes used in the network of optical fiber cables, that is OFC in short, have not been specifically excluded from the definition of plant and machinery. In the explanation to the section 17, as they are neither in the nature of land or building or even civil structures, nor are in the nature of telecommunication towers or pipelines laid outside the factory premises. So when we were seeing the block credit under section 17.5, guys, we understood what is plant and machinery. We understood what is plant and machinery. Yes, sir. So here I had given the definition of plant and machinery. Let me just read it once. Plant and machinery means apparatus, equipment and machinery fixed to the earth by the foundation or structural support that are used for making outward supply of goods or services, or both, and includes such foundation and structural supports but will not include, means the following is not a plant and machinery. What are those? Land, building or any other civil structures, or telecommunication towers, and last one, the pipelines laid outside the factory premises. And please be careful, guys, now we are not talking about telecommunication towers, we are talking about ducts and manholes, which is for the transportation of what, sir? Maybe telecommunication services or even electricity or water or any other way of goods or services. So in simple, sir, is ducts and manholes a part of plant and machinery or not? It is a part of plant and machinery. So that means credit is available, sir? Yes, because it is attached to the land. Sir, it is not a land. Clear, sir? Inside the land, we have formed a pipe or we have formed a way to pass of any of these goods or services. Yes. So the final conclusion is accordingly, it is clarified that availment of input tax credit is not restricted. That means credit is available. Yes, in respect of such ducts and manhole used in the network of optical fiber cables, either under clause C or under clause D of section 17.5. In simple, credit is not blocked, guys. Okay, sir. Next one, clarification on availability of input tax credit in respect of demo vehicles, which are motor vehicles for transportation of passenger having approved seating capacity of not more than 13%. Guys, let us take it as an example of car. If car is purchased even for business purpose, is credit available? No. They told credit is not available. But you know, this car manufacturing company, Tata Motors, Hyundai, or even Maruti Suzuki and all, they use demo cars. Means they will use their own cars in order to give test drive. You know, test drive. Whenever you are willing to buy a new car, You will go to the showroom. They will tell, sir, test drive is there. If you want, you can try it. And they will take you maybe for one round in and around the showroom. Yes, sir. This assume is purchased by the showroom from the company. For example, sir, I am willing to buy a Tata Motor car. I have gone to the showroom. They have given me a new car for test drive. Will they sell it in the market? No, no. Maybe as a second-hand car, they may sell it, but they have purchased it. That particular showroom has purchased the car. Okay, sir. On that, whatever GST they have paid, no, so can they claim the credit? Yes. Clarification is yes. Why, sir? Because that test drive will help you to make further supply. You might not be selling the same car, but that will help you to make sales of what? Other new cars. As demo vehicles are used by authorized dealers to provide a trial run and to demonstrate features of vehicle to potential buyers. It helps the potential buyers to make a decision to purchase a particular kind of motor vehicle. Therefore, as demo vehicles promote sale of similar type of motor vehicles, they can be considered to be used by dealer for making further supply of such motor vehicle, guys. So we saw one exception there. If a car is purchased or if any motor vehicle is purchased, guys, for further supply, is credit available? Is credit available? Yes. But actually, I am not purchasing and giving the same car. I am not selling the same car. But I am purchasing the car which will be used for test drive, which will help me to sell other cars. So can we consider under this only? Yes. The clarification is yes. As it will help the seller or the distributor to sell other cars, it is considered to be used for business and credit will be allowed, guys. Clear? Yes, sir. Sure. We'll move forward. Next, ITC in the hands of the supplier in respect of sales promotional schemes. Circular number 92 bar 11 2019 GST dated 28th March 2019. Guys, simple. Please listen. We have seen similar thing, buy one get one and all. We saw similar thing when we were discussing the value of supply. Under section 15 subsection 3, sir, is discount excluded or not? We saw some clarifications. Clear, different types of discounts would be there. Sir, is it allowed or not allowed to be deducted? We understood. But now we are talking from what point of view? ITC point of view. What is it, sir? Samples and free gifts. Sample and free gift. For example, sir, I purchased the goods, but now I am giving it as a free sample or I am giving it as a gift. Can I claim the credit? No. Section 17(5) told no credit. Sorry. But I already told you. Listen. This we have already covered. Sir, I purchased an item. I have already claimed credit, sir. Now, after few months, I am giving it for free or I am giving it as a sales promotion for free. Is it a supply? Yes. I have already claimed the credit. Now, without consideration, I am giving it. It is a supply as per para 1 of schedule 1, read with section 7(1)(c). Is that clear? Yes. ITC shall not be available to the supplier on the inputs, input services and capital goods to the extent they are used in relation to the gifts or free samples distributed without any consideration. However, where the activity of distribution of gift or free sample falls within the scope of supply on account of the provisions contained in Schedule 1, that is para 1, guys, para 1 of Schedule 1 of the said act, the supplier would be eligible to avail the ITC. If you want, you can just mention there. Before schedule 1, you can just write para 1. Para 1, guys. Before schedule 1, just write para 1. Okay, sir. Let us move to the second kind of transaction here. Buy one, get one free offer. Guys, interesting. Listen here. Sir, I purchased two goods, sir. G1, G2. I have paid 100 rupees GST on the purchase of this, sir. But when I am selling G1 and G2 together, sir. I am telling customer, if you buy G1, G2 is free. Go. Buy one, get one. Now credit, what can be claimed is only 100 or 200? Full 200. Full 200. Sir, one product is given for free, sir. No. Guys, two products is sold at a price of one product. We will call like that. I repeat. Guys, I purchased G1 and G2. For both, I have paid input tax 100 rupees each. 100 rupees each. When I am selling, I told, if you buy one product, the other product is free. other product is free. That means you will pay for only one product. But in industry, we call it as two goods supplied for one goods price, or two goods supplied for a price of one goods. So that means, can the supplier claim credit only for one goods or both the goods? Both the goods. That means full 200 credit is available, guys. So if I have to tell with respect to credit, full 200 is available. Full 200 is available, guys. Okay. Let me read it. This is not an individual supply of free goods, but a case of two or more individual supplies where a single price is being charged for the entire supply. Sir, can we call it as composite or mixed supply? Yes, we can also check that. Is it naturally bundled or not? It can be the best be treated as supplying two goods for the price of one. Taxability of such supply will be depend upon as to whether the supply is a composite supply or mixed supply, and the rate of tax shall be determined as per the provisions of section 8, guys. So what is the tax rates applicable for composite supply or mixed supply? Where is it given? In section 8. Sir, what is composite supply is defined in where? Section 2 clause 30. What is mixed supply is defined by section 2 clause 74. Section 2 clause 74. Sir, what is composite and mixed supply? Very simple. I'm just repeating all this in detail we have covered. When two or more goods or services are supplied together, conjunction with each other for a single price. For a single price. And if it is naturally bundled, we call it as composite supply. And in case of composite supply, we need to identify which is a principal supply, which is having predominant element. Because of this, other goods got supplied. So we call that as principal supply. Section 8 is telling whatever is the rate applicable for principal supply will be applicable for the entire package. Same way. Sir, what is mixed supply? Same story, but they are not naturally bundled. They are not naturally bundled. Maybe it is a strategy played by seller to sell two or more goods together as a package. In that case, sir, what would be the tax rate applicable? You find within the package which goods or service will attract highest rate. That will be the rate applicable for the entire supply, guys. Is that clear? Yes. Fine. Next, discount including buy more, save more offers. Guys, simple. Listen here. Now, on inward supply, the supplier, let us talk it as me. Okay. On my inward supply, I have paid a GST of 10,000. Okay, sir. Input tax. Now, on my outward supply, I am giving a discount. Actual sale value is 1 lakh. Okay. 1 lakh. On this, I am giving 20% discount, which comes to 20,000. So, what is the actual value of supplying? 80,000. I am liable to pay GST on what amount? 80,000. I will collect from my recipient 80,000, whatever is the GST. Okay. Now, can I claim full 10,000 credit or minus 20%? On my sales, I give 20% discount. No. So, on my inward supply, I have paid totally 10,000 GST, which is input tax. Can I claim full credit or any deduction like 20% less or anything like that? Nothing like that. Can I claim full 10,000 credit? Yes, guys. Just because if discount is given by the supplier on his outward supply, doesn't mean that on inward supply, whatever GST he has paid, on that also we need to apply discount. No, nothing like that. Is that clear? Yes. Full credit available? Yes, provided he has satisfied all the conditions. Discount including buy more, save more offers. Discount offered by the suppliers to the customers, including staggered discount under buy more, save more scheme and post supply volume discounts established before or at the time of supply shall be excluded to determine the value of supply, provided they satisfy the parameters laid down in section 15.3b, which we already seen. Sir, can we deduct it while calculating the value of supply? Yes, provided all the conditions given there is satisfied, including the reversal of ITC by the recipient of supply as is attributable to the discount on the basis of document, that is credit note, issued by the supplier. Guys, listen here. Assume I have given discount to you, which is post supply discount, but it was agreed at the time of supply. Now, I have already issued the invoice for 1 lakh plus 18,000 GST. I have issued invoice for you for how much totally? 1 lakh 18,000. But later, I had already agreed, no, that if you cross 1 lakh purchases, I will give you a 20% discount. Our example which I had given. Okay. So I had already agreed at the time of supply. I will give you discount provided you purchase from me totally 1 lakh worth of goods. Now, when you purchase for the 10th time, every time you are purchasing for how much? Let us recall our example. 10,000 plus GST. I have already issued 10 invoices for you. Now, what is the total purchase value for you? 1 lakh. Now, are you eligible for the discount? Yes. I am giving the discount. For this discount, I need to issue a document called credit note. Assume the discount amount is 20,000. On that GST is how much, guys? 3,800. 3,600. 3,600. So I will give a credit note to you. And if you already claimed full credit, assume you already claimed full 18,000 credit. How much should you reverse now? How much should you reverse now? 3,600. 3,600. No, sir, I have not yet claimed the credit, sir. I was just having it in my credit ledger. I was thinking to claim it maybe next month. How much can you claim now? 18,000 minus 3,600. Understood, guys? Now, whose credit is getting affected? Yours, not mine. Yours, not mine. Who are you? Recipient. Now, I am the supplier who gave discount on my outward supply. Will my credit get affected? No, no, no. Because of this discount, will my credit get affected? No, please don't get misunderstand. I gave discount to you, so you will pay me less now. You will pay 20,000 less. On that 20,000, what is the GST amount? If you already claimed credit, you need to reverse it based on the credit note given by me. Hope you're understanding. Why, sir? Simple. What you pay, you claim credit on that. Did you pay 20,000? No. Did you pay GST on 20,000? No. Even if you are paid, I will give it back to you. I will give it back to you. So how much credit you are eligible to claim now? Only 18,000 minus 3,600, which comes to 14,400. Clear? Yes. Now, this was for my outward supply. You are my recipient. Actually, we are not discussing about this part. This part we already discussed in the value of supply topic. What we are discussing now is, sir, will it affect my input tax? Mine input tax. Will it affect? No. If I have given discount on my outward supply, it may have impact on your credit, but not on my credit. Is that clear? Until and unless my supplier also has given me discount and he has also issued my credit note to me, then it will impact my credit. But for the discount which I have given, my ITC will not be impacted, guys. Hope you understood. Last one, secondary discounts. These are the discounts which are not known at the time of supply or are offered after the supply is already over. Such discounts shall not be excluded while determining the value of supply. Correct? As per section 15 subsection 3, they clearly told it is not agreed means no deduction. It was not agreed at the time of supply, so no deduction. It was given as a surprise discount or secondary discount by whom? Supplier to the recipient. He has to issue credit note for it, but can he deduct it while calculating the value of supply? No. There is no impact on availability or otherwise of ITC in the hands of supplier in this case. Hence, ITC on inward supply can be claimed. Now, sir, on my outward supply, I gave secondary discount. In section 15 subsection 3, they told I cannot reduce it while calculating my value of which supply? Outward supply. Now, will this affect my credit? No, no. Nowhere it will affect my credit. On my inward supply, if I have satisfied all the conditions, can I claim the credit fully? Yes, I can claim it, guys. Yes, sir. Fine, guys. So this is all about the clarifications with respect to whatever provisions we have learnt in section 16 and 17.